Hey guys, it's me, Kelsey, and I'm sitting in the Toy Notes studio today. I recently played with a green science toy making a robot run on salt water, and I was so inspired by that set and kind of curious about green science's kits that I went out and I got the Clean Water Science from Green Science as well. This one is supposed to help teach kids about how the water cycle works and how muddy water and dirty water can end up being clean and safe for drinking. So it's a water purification experiment, building your own water filtration and desalination plant right on your tabletop. So I'm excited to see how it works. If you guys want to come in closer, I'm going to unbox it and get it put together. So we have our Clean Water Science experiment. To open it up, we're just going to have to get this plastic wrap off, which I never have good fingernails, so it always works for me to have my trusty Toy Notes scissors on hand. Alright, so opening up the box, everything's packaged nice and neat. I just need to get it all open. So we have a cup, and then this looks like the water tier that we'll make. It's kind of mini. And then we've got all these little baggies for the filtration and a few other things, including what I assume to be instructions. So this talks about S.T.E.A.M, which is the company that makes these green science toys, and being environmentally friendly. This looks to be a reflector card, part of the experiment. And then we've got some instructions. So filtering is our first experiment in here. Let's see what else we have. Distillation, distilling water. Solar pasteurization. And there's other further experiments that you can continue to do. They kind of give you a rough outline. So what I'm interested in is the general purpose and advertising of this game, which is building the tower and filtering some yucky water. So in order to get started, it says we're going to need 4 of the filter sections, which that's all I really see in here, so that works out great. It does say at the top not to drink the filtered water. Obviously, filtering it isn't going to get rid of potential pathogens. So you're just going to see that how the water cycle works and that it cleans the water. But there's other things that happen in order to make sure that it's safe for drinking. So we have the 4 filter sections. And these look to be like the filter plugs. You'll need soil from a clean source, like a potted plant or flower bed, cooking oil, a glass, and a preferably transparent glass, which is smaller in diameter than the round filter base. So the filter plugs are specifically designed for regulating the speed of water flow inside the column. There are 6 arches in the rim of each filter plug. Take 2 of the plugs and fill 4 arches in each of the very small piece of wax. So there's wax here, and then the filter plugs are these really tiny pieces I'll show you. So this is one of the filter plugs. And what it wants us to do is take this little bit, don't go anywhere, this little bit of green wax and fill, let's say 4. Yeah, 4 to leave 2 of them open. So we'll have to do this to 4 of the filter plugs. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll set these here. Then these will go in the bottom of the column pieces, and then they will get stacked once they can be regulated. It says to clean all of these separately before filling the filter sections, and then place them in these here. So it says put the sand and active carbon, which is this one and this one, into filter sections with filter plugs of 2 open arches, which is what we're doing with these. Put the filter base on the table. The filter paper and gravel into sections with filter plugs of 6 open arches. So the only thing is I'm seeing. Okay, so we're gonna wax plug 2 of these, and 2 of these are gonna stay open. We'll have open for the filter paper and gravel, and then we'll have the restricted for the sand and the active carbon. Well, I went and got my vegetable oil, some soil from one of my potted plants, and 2 glasses, one with some water and one empty. So I'm ready to get started. I'm going to start with putting the wax in these little plugs. You're supposed to just take a little bit of it, and these 2. So I'm going to do another one just like that. You put the wax on each side. See, I'll show you a little closer. Okay, you can see how it's kind of covering 2 sides and just leaving 2 of the openings free flowing. So I've done it to that one. I'm going to do it to this one now. There we go. So 2 plugged, 2 unplugged. Now we're going to use these to fill the little columns. So we're going to put these in the bottom. And it says you might need a pen to get them to sit in there correctly, but we'll see here. There we go. So I've got one of them in. I was able to just set it in there with my finger. Now I'm going to do the other plugged one. Gonna drop it in, work it into the right spot. They should be setting securely in the hole, kind of halfway. Okay, so we have 2 of them with the plugged up ones, and then we've got 2 clear ones for these guys. So there's that one. This one's got kind of a plastic lip on a defect, so it's not sitting down really well. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So all 4 are filled. Now that these are filled, we're going to have to clean the gravel, active carbon, and sand. We're only going to use 1 packet from this collection because you can do it more than once and there are more instructions. So we've got to get these clean. I just kind of rinsed these out like the instructions said. Now keep in mind that you're never going to get the active carbon or the sand to completely run clear. Otherwise, you're just going to end up running more carbon and sand down your drains. So I've got those cleared or cleaned up. And it's more just to, it says it's more just to remove any dust. So put the sand and active carbon into the filter sections with filter plugs of 2 open arches. So that's these, the ones with the soft wax. We're going to put the carbon and the sand. Oh, I've got a little butter knife I'm going to use to help me direct all the product in there. There we go. Okay, so now I've got my carbon one all filled up. I'm going to wipe off my butter knife because I don't want to mix the materials and ruin the experiment. So got a clean butter knife. Now the sand goes into the other one. Oops, sorry, this one here. This one's got the plug in it. Okay, so, ooh, that one's dripping out already. So that one's gonna, oh, I think I overfilled my carbon one. Yikers. Okay, I'll set this here just for a second. Gotta pull some of this carbon out. I put too much in. I thought I was supposed to fill it up because that's what how much the packet had in it, but apparently not. Okay, so we have the sand and the carbon together. This one is going to have the filter paper in it, which where's the filter paper? So I guess this is the filter paper. I think I've messed it up pretty bad already on the one, so we'll go to the bottom one. I thought it would be smaller, but so you're supposed to kind of wrap it like a cone. Get it in there. There you go. And then the carbon goes on that one. And the last one is for the gravel. So so I have my, oh no. Whew, that was a close one. So I've got all of that, and then it goes on this plate on top of the glass. Ooh, goodness gravy, is tippy, not very sturdy at all. Okay, so it's getting a little tall for you guys to see the whole thing. So this is all the columns together, and see if we can bring it right underneath you. There we go, better. I want you guys to be able to see the important part. Okay, so next in the mess here, we're gonna make our dirty water. So we're gonna take some of the soil and mix that in there. And then it says to add a little bit of oil. It doesn't really say, just says a little bit to make it kind of a brown, oily mixture. So I'll just add a little bit. All right, so we have this super nasty mixture and our column, and I'm actually going to bring you guys in for a different angle so you can watch it run through all of the different columns. So I told you guys I wanted you to find a better way to look at the experiment. So that's what I'm doing, getting all this mixed back up because it likes to settle out pretty quick. And then we're going to watch this filter this. Ew. It's overflowing in. So you watch, it doesn't take much, and then we had the two restrictor ones in these two. So you watch how slowly it's coming through the sand, through this, then it'll come into here and drain out. So guys, I don't have an after shot for you after the Clean Water Science filtered all the water, because I came in here, it was sitting on the desk, and I came in here to move it, and it tipped over, created a giant mess all over the Toy Note Studio floor, which I had to spend some time cleaning up. I think that's my only complaint about this set, is that when you set up the little cubes on top of each other, it is really, really tippy. It would have been nice to see an included little basin for the water to go into when it was finished, because it did clear all the water and filter all of it. And I'd like to have seen a way, other than like incorporating tape outside of the packaging, to like snap them all in place, because once it tipped over, they all went into a million pieces and all over the floor, and it was a mess. So I recommend this one because I think it's cool how you learn about the science of water and the water cycle, but I'm gonna have nightmares about the cleanup that happened in here. So guys, if you want to be here for more science-based toys and more STEAM-based, that's science, technology, engineering, art, and math toys, which are 2017's favorites, you have to be here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and check us out at toynotes.com, where we have a lot more reviews and a lot more bestsellers, new releases, and lots more fun. So guys, until next time, bye!